Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another episode of Prison Architect. My name's Cookie the Rookie, and I'm here on behalf of Pure Dust Gaming. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the game. So, what we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you guys something pretty cool that, just kind of playing off camera, I discovered. So we're going to go up here, and I just have the game paused just so that it wouldn't go away, but I discovered tunnels. Yes, there's some tunnels going on in these rooms here. So we'll just play the game now. And so what's going to happen is with the tunnels, what you do is what happened is a dog, as he was walking down this corridor here, a dog alerted here. So the dog came, alerted, he got all excited because he could sniff. So what'll happen is a little flag will pop up. Now, majority of the flags that pop up are usually false flags. So for instance, I get flags down here and stuff like that. Now, it's really stupid for a prisoner to be tunneling anywhere like into the yard or anything like that. So that doesn't really make much sense. So when that happens, you normally don't have to pay attention with that. That really means nothing. But when you have, like on my perimeter here, or you get inside here and a dog alerts, you might want to check out the surrounding cells. So I had the guards come in and check each one of these surrounding cells, and lo and behold, they found tunnels. So to get rid of the tunnels, basically, you go into materials, you go to remove tunnels, and you just have to highlight it. It costs money to get rid of them, but you got to get rid of them because now, as you can see, these cells aren't enclosed anymore. Because of our tunneling attempt. So they'll tunnel out here, and since I don't have a perimeter wall built, I might build one now because of the tunnels, but since I don't have a perimeter wall built right away, they'll just tunnel to here and they'll run away. So if I had a perimeter wall, they'd have to go all the way up here and out of the wall. So see if we can get any more. So we got 2 informants so far. This guy, none of these guys really seem to be wanting to be informants, but whatever, we have 2. That's fine. So that's just something I wanted to cover, just because it is a problem, and if you don't address it, you're gonna have tons of escapes. And like, I've seen tunnels, not personally, but just online, I've seen tunnels of like you see these 2 guys right here connected their tunnels together, so they both would have escaped. But some will be like 1, 2, like 3 or 4 prisoners next to them, and all kinds of stuff, and they'll all dig a tunnel. So you got to keep up with your shakedowns and whatnot, which is a perfect segue into, okay, that was bad, I'm sorry, but this perfect segue, shakedown, into our little icons down here, which I don't think I've covered yet. So that's what we'll cover. So I might as well just start with shakedown since I'm talking about it. So Shakedown, order an immediate search of all cells. This will take some time and will annoy the hell out of your inmates. So when you hit the shakedown button, your prison guards walk around and search every single thing. Every stack of metal, of sheet metal here, every cell, every bed, every toilet, every tray of food, everything. They search all of your prisoners too, which your prisoners don't like to get searched. So what we'll do is we'll hire 5 more guards, and so that way they should be able to get this done on time. Now I'll wait a little bit. No, you know what? I'll do the shakedown as I'm kind of talking here. So what we'll do is we'll go into shakedown, and you'll see it right here. It pops up. So this little level it'll turn green, and so. Yeah, there you go, there's the green, and so we have 405 places to search. So, like you can see here, look, they have to search every single thing, every prisoner, every cell, whatnot. I personally like to do shakedowns at night, because it doesn't really interfere too much with the prisoners. It doesn't interfere too much, and they don't seem to get as upset, because it doesn't really disrupt their day. So, and I like to do them at night also, because of the simple fact that at night is when your prisoners are in their cells, and that's when they tunnel. So if your guards go into there and, oh, hey, there's no prisoner in their cell, or there's a dummy in their bed, because that's another thing they'll do if they escape. They'll put like a little dummy in their bed. your guards will realize that, and you'll bust your prisoners. Now, I've seen in the dev videos, the devs pull up that prisoners, when they're tunneling, are actually out of their cells underground. So when a shakedown happens, all those prisoners underground will then try and scurry back to their cells. So it's kind of a lucky break if you can manage to actually see them outside of their cells. But well, so far we found 2 cell phones, 3 pills, a drill, and some booze. And this'll go up. They'll probably find weapons. Yeah, see, they found more cell phones. So far my danger meter hasn't risen too much. But like I said, doing it at night is probably your best bet when they're all CP time. Okay, so another thing here, free fire authorizes your armed guards to use lethal force. Now, what'll happen is before in my prison here, I can't remember for this prison or my gangs and events prison. Can't remember which one. However, basically, I had a legendary prisoner. Now, this legendary prisoner absolutely wrecked my prison. I think it was in the gangs and events. This guy was single-handedly in charge of killing, like, I don't even know, I'd say probably 10 or 15 guards and who knows how many inmates. And it was absolutely ridiculous. I had to lock him down 24/7. So eventually I got to the point that he was killing so many that I hit free fire. And there was also other brawls and riots going on. So basically what free fire is when you have a huge riot happening in your prison and it's just getting absolutely out of control and you need a quick fix, you can allow your armed guards, like this guy right here, you can allow your armed guards to take the shotguns off their backs and use their shotguns. Now, this won't necessarily kill your prisoners, because what happens is the shotgun is, if they use the shotgun far enough away, prisoner might only catch some of it. If it's point blank, the guy's basically wasted. But there is kind of a possibility. And another thing is the fact that you can also get some collateral damage, because what happens is if this guard all of a sudden tries to blast Wallace here, right? He also might hit Mark here, right? So that's another thing, is you might get uninvolved people in the way there. So kind of a downside, but if you need to do it, you need to do it. There's nothing really too much else you can do. The other thing here in the bottom is lockdown. So this is good when you have, like, let's say a mass escape attempt. So a bunch of your prisoners mug some guards or staff and steal their keys, and they're making a break for the door, because if they have the keys, these doors become unlocked. So if you go into lockdown, I'll just do it quick. See all these doors that are locked or that are open here. When you go into lockdown, closes all the doors. Nobody, not even your guards, can go in or out of the doors. And that goes for all the prison doors, etc. So we'll take that off right away. But essentially, what it does is it prevents your prisoners from escaping, because even if they have the keys in lockdown, they cannot open the door. It just will not open. You see, we also found pickaxe. I don't know where we found it, but oh well, that's okay. And finally, we have the bang up. So send all willing prisoners back to their cells. This will make your prisoners very angry if you leave them locked up for too long. So once again, another sort of riot prevention tool. So if you have a bunch of fights all over the place, what you can do is you can do bang up. So all prisoners who are complying will go back to their cells. And all prisoners fighting, or who don't want to go back to their cells and want to keep fighting with your guards and other prisoners, will stay out. So this also minimizes other prisoners potentially jumping in and joining into the fight. It also separates the good guys. I mean, they're all in prison, so as good of the guys they can be, so from the bad guys, kind of thing. The ones that are mostly involved with the riot. So another thing with the shakedown here, it's almost done, so that's great. Another thing with the shakedown is, let's say I suspect there's something going on in here. You know what? I'll do a small one. I'll do a little one over here. So what you can do is you can go here. It doesn't matter which person you click on. It really doesn't matter. So you can either search the cell or search the cell block. So if you search the cell block, what's nice it'll only search this little area right here. It won't go. You won't have to do a whole shakedown and search every single person in the prison. It'll just do this little area right here. So if I suspect there's some tunneling, or if I suspect there's a lot of maybe alcohol, or, really anything. If you suspect from your informants, you kind of come to this little area here. Oh, and our shakedown's done. But yeah, so kind of a nice tool there. And so let's just go to bureaucracy. I don't think there's really too much about bureaucracy to go over still. Oh, permanent punishments. I'll unlock that. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. Legal defense. What the heck? I might as well just do all of them here. So we'll talk about those in another episode. Anyways, one last thing I just want to cover with you guys. I've done quite a few. This is 10, 9 or 10. Can't remember. Episode 9. Yeah, 9. So what would be really nice is if anybody watching, if they would like me to cover something that I haven't covered yet. I mean, I still have episode ideas, but that are coming up. But if there's things that I haven't covered yet, or if there's something that I've done wrong, or even suggestions for me for future for my prison, the feedback is really good, positive and negative. I really appreciate all of it. And so it'd be great if you guys could just let me know, not necessarily what you like. I don't really kind of need to know that, but just ideas of maybe what you want to see, different things in the game. So that's kind of all I have about that. And so yeah, let me know, and I will be glad to include that in later episodes. So we've covered our little place down here. So anyways, guys, I'll let you go. That's all I really wanted to cover in this video. So like I said, let me know what you want to see, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.